Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to Mindset Mondays. This is episode number 168 in an ongoing series of live broadcasts designed for folk who've already figured out the hard part. These folk already get the idea that to get better at doing what you do, you got to get better at being who you be. That's the real work. So if you'll take just a moment and click share just here underneath the video, whichever platform you're on, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or even Clubhouse, although you can't share on Clubhouse, um, please click share, invite your friends, your colleagues, your community to join the conversation. The more voices, the richer the conversation. Ooh, it was nice actually taking an entire weekend off. So I'm back in the groove today, and I love the quote that we're going to play with today. I like when the message is simple, right? I like when it's simple. I ramble on and rant on all the time about how we make it harder, that we still believe that asinine trope that the fiercer the dragon, the sweeter the victory, and that we've got to make it hard to make it worthwhile. Um, I'm really vehemently opposed to that. It's still a complete and utter lie. It always has been and it always will be. It's a holdover from that Puritan work ethic. And although some things can last for hundreds of years, like classical music, those bullshit lies we tell ourselves to make it hard, to make it valuable. If, let's take it back to the Puritan language. If God didn't want things to be peaceful and easeful and flow prone, then those wouldn't exist. Sorry, that's the rule, right? And so we still, as a holdover, we make relationships, whether they're professional, whether they're family, whether they're personal, whether they're romantic, harder than they need to be by allowing power over someone else to poison the field. Jimi Hendrix made it pretty clear. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Man, what if it were that simple? What if it were just that simple? So go back to the coaching flavor of Tim Ferriss's question. The coaching flavor is, what will this look like when it's easy? What would be different if we lionized the power of love the way we crave the love of power? How would families change? How would politics change? How would world hunger change? Economic disparity, racism? How many things in your world, our world, would be different if we shifted our focus? I think it's probably a better way to ask the question is, what wouldn't be different? It really is that simple. Love is always the answer, always. And the question I wanted to pose today was what went out in the email. It's, are you prepared to live from love? I don't really like yes or no questions. I don't want no to be the answer for anyone. The question I want to ask is, what will living from love change in your world? How will things be different? What do you get to experience in a different way? When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Yeah, that's simple. So, what will living from love change in your world? It's a simple change. It's actually a simple change. Whenever you encounter anyone, anything, any situation, any place, any outcome, any event, what part of this do I love? What part of this can I find love for? What is it about this person I'm in love with? One of the beautiful things that came out of the positive intelligence program, the work that I'm doing, that many of us are doing with Shazad Shamin around positive intelligence, but more than that, the work that I lead groups of right now is that we get a chance to reconnect with our little person, the beautiful, precious soul we were at 3 and 4 and 5 before we learn the survival mechanisms that have become our saboteurs, that have become those negative narratives inside our head, when all that we knew was love, when all that we knew was the power of love, everything around us was simple. That little beautiful human, which I keep a picture on my desk, that's all he was, that's all he knew. He was playful, effusive, buoyant, loving, loveful, and loved. It was a remarkable place to be. And what if I approach the entire world with that same approach? How different would my experience be? And that's the invitation, is to look at the world around you and find love always. Power with, power to, responsibility and responsibility to others rather than power over others. Living from anything other than love is coming from the false belief that we are separate, that we are not all one. And that's actually the truth, that we're all incredibly connected and we do better, we are better, we thrive in connection, and power over, or the love of power, that breaks connection. So simple this week, just, just simply focus on love. Find it, and if it's not there, create it. Simple. Follow this message anywhere online on any of the platforms, or come to facebook.com/groups/mindset Mondays. Share your thoughts there, or send me a direct message on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. I'd love to hear what your experience is in shifting to love this week. It's that simple. Make it that simple. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Invite peace into your world this week. Share the story. Be well. Have a fabulous week.